How could they focus on command, get so much done, and stay focused when they had so many things coming at them at once? It was one of the things in my journey of advising and researching the top 1% and 2% of millionaires that I had to find out. What did these super successful people do differently? What did they know? How were they able to focus on command, get stuff done, and become masters at it? I became obsessed with figuring it out. In fact, I could not believe how in control of their business, their life, and their emotions they were. They were able to get so clear on something and stay the course. They wouldn't let boulders deter them. Whereas what I found with a lot of average people and people that were struggling, a pebble would come on their journey and they would get distracted. These people knew something I didn't, and I assumed it was in their strategy, it was in their tactics. Oh boy, was I blown away when I found out what was really going on. It was so fascinating. In fact, initially I couldn't believe it. But what I found is that they are in control of their minds. They're in the driver's seat. They're not letting things out there get in their way. And what I came to discover was a game changer. They were able to stay course regardless of what was happening out there. It was kind of like in the eye of the tornado is really calm. Same thing. And so you're going to love what I'm going to share with you today. Hi, I'm Annette Bao, host of the Millionaire Insider. For over 30 years, I've been advising and researching the top 1% and 2% of millionaires to learn what millionaires with amazing lives do differently. And now I'm providing you practical, easy to implement insights so that you can take your business, your life, and your money to the next level. And today we're diving into focused breathing. Oh my God, doesn't that sound crazy? Like, I remember first of all thinking, seriously, how could breathing be so impactful in a person's business or their life? Boy, what I found literally blew me away, and that's what we're diving into today. So before we dive in, please click subscribe and ring the bell. All materials and intellectual property are copywritten by themillionaireseries.com. This is not intended to replace any financial, estate, any type of advice, whether it's healthcare or finance related or anything else. You've got to check with your own team of advisors before you begin any plan. You agree to hold millionaireseries.com and its affiliates harmless for any results achieved or not achieved. All international copyrights are reserved. For today's show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/125. For all show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/MI. So before we dive into focused breathing, the first thing you've got to do is you've got to program your mind. And so I want to give you an additional resource that'll tie into what we're doing today. You can go to millionaireseries.com/RMT for how to reprogram your mind. But this resource is going to give you the inside scoop of what you've got to do to really get in the driver's seat. The focused breathing is going to help you a lot, but combining that with this resource is really going to help you. So again, millionaireseries.com/RMT. So first of all, we're going to dive into the process, and then we're going to dive into a demonstration. So the first thing you want to do, you want to have your feet flat on the ground, and what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in through your nose to the count of 8. Hold it for 8, and release for 10. And ideally, you're going to do 5 sets of that, meaning the first one, breathe into the count of 8, hold it for 8, release for 10, then the second, the third. You can do 5 or you can do 10. Either one works. Then the next thing I want you to do after you've done your focused breathing, you're going to be feeling really calm. I want you to identify 3 words that you want to bring more into your life. It might be abundance, it might be flow, it might be health, it might be clients, it might be prosperity, it might be love. Not a right or a wrong, but 3. So let's just say we're going to say abundance, flow, and health. So you breathe in, abundance, flow, and health. Hold it, see it permeating every cell of your being. And then release whatever needs to go. Fear, worry, anxiety, and just let it go. Just let it go. Then what I want you to do is I want you to notice the emotions you're feeling. Are you feeling above the grid or below the grid? If you need more insight on that, you can go to millionaireseries.com/105 for your worth barometer, and that's going to dive into also the grid. I'll link in the show notes to the actual episode for the grid because I don't know exactly what it is, but that'll also help you. But then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are practicing your focused breathing throughout the day. You know, first thing in the morning, last thing in the evening, and then whenever you need to get laser focused. Not just during those predetermined times. Like whenever you feel like you need to get really clear, you need to set an intention on your next call or anything like that. It's going to be so powerful to do that. And again, 2 sets of the focused breathing in through your nose, holding it for 8, releasing for 10, and then of the 3 words you want, and do 5. Just, I am peace of mind, love, I am abundance, flow, and health. See it permeating every cell of your being, abundance, flow, and health, and then release. Just do it again, release. And do at least 5 of those if you want 10. All right, now we're going to dive into the focused breathing demonstration. Just take a couple deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Another one. And now what I want you to do, we're going to breathe into the count of 8, hold it for 8, and then release for 10. I'm going to walk you through a couple of sets, and then I want you to do the remaining sets on your own. Now, it's really important that you start doing these as soon as possible, because the sooner you start doing them, the sooner you're going to be able to start seeing the results. And initially, your limbic brain is going to be fighting you because it doesn't want to change what you've been doing. And it's used to that craziness, being stimulated by everything that's going on. So we're retraining our mind. So you're in position. I want you to breathe into the count of 8 through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release for 10. All right, again, breathe in through your nose to the count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it for 8. And release for 10. All right, now I want you to do 5 to 10 more sets of that. In through your nose to the count of 8, hold it for 8, and release for 10. All right, so now what I'd like you to do is choose 3 words, 3 emotions, and I want you to do a set of 5 where you breathe in what you want more of: peace, love, joy, prosperity. Choose whatever word. So we're going to do peace, prosperity, joy. So breathe in peace, prosperity, joy. Hold it. See it permeating every cell of your being. and then release. You can either release what you don't want, or you can release, I am fearless, I am fearless, I am fearless. Again, breathe in, 3 words you've chosen, hold it, see it permeating every cell of your being, and then either release what needs to go or release to I am fearless, I am fearless, I am fearless. Now just take a minute and do 5 sets of those. And now what I encourage you to do is first thing in the morning, last thing in the evening, and then whenever you need to refocus or you are beginning a power hour, you want to do a condensed version of your focused breathing. There you have it. Wasn't that great? I mean, what you're going to find, especially if you're depleted in that inner game, is you're going to just love that. And what I don't want you doing is I don't want you to replacing that with your execution and your strategy. You want to combine it. But it is amazing what happens, and you're going to be fascinated at how focused you're going to be, at how much stuff you're going to get done, how much clarity you're going to have around where you are and what you need to do. So I want to give you one other resource, because let's face it, focused breathing is really powerful, but the most important thing you got to do is you got to learn how to program your mind. You've got to master your mindset. In our free training, Mindset Mastery, you're going to learn how. So you can go to millionaireseries.com/mindset mastery to access this free training. But let's face it, if you master your mindset, literally anything's possible. Whether is if you don't, it's going to be a struggle. So I really encourage you, go to this free training, get this free resource so that you know what you need to do to master it. Again, millionaireseries.com/mindset mastery. For today's show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/125. All show notes, millionaireseries.com/mi. So thank you so much for joining us. Wasn't that easy? And isn't that funny when you're like, how do they become so successful? How do they get in the driver's seat of their business and their life? Now, before you do anything else, I encourage you to click the link above. That training is specifically designed to help you on the next level on what you need to do to really master what you've just learned. So I encourage you to click it. And I also encourage you to continue to apply the material. You know, with the holidays coming up, there's a lot of stress for a lot of people, right? We're dealing with family members. We're dealing with emotions, a lot of things. Sometimes people drink too much. There's a lot of factors that go into it. You find yourself getting anxious, having to deal with somebody you don't want to deal with. Just practice the breathing. And remember, if you're like me, you want everyone to be happy. Our job is not to react to people. Our job is to react in a space of peace of mind, love, joy, above the grid. So the more we slow it down, the more people around us will slow it down. The person who everyone kind of dreads being around over the holidays, no longer a problem. Because what you're going to do is you're going to slow it down. You're not going to react. And focused breathing is not only going to help you to create an amazing business, amazing life, and amazing wealth, it's also going to help you to handle any situation, whether it be the holidays, your business, or anything else. So I encourage you to apply the material and really see the results you get. So I'll see you on the next training.